we're all about women supporting women, obviously. I know Taylor Swift's been someone that has inspired you both. What's some advice she's given you recently?
Oh gosh, I don't even know.
They thought Deja Vu ripped off Cruel Summer.
I never understood that.
Can we talk about how those songs are just not similar? It doesn't need to be a competition.
She was always posting about Taylor Swift and then stopped. Feels like something had to have happened.
Taylor Swift is determined to maintain her dominance in the music industry, leaving little room for new artists to share the spotlight. In a recent development, it appears that Olivia Rodrigo isn't readily embraced in Taylor's realm. Swift made it clear to Rodrigo that she holds authority, even resorting to legal actions to secure a substantial settlement. This ongoing rift between Taylor Swift and Olivia Rodrigo has escalated into a contentious feud. Taylor Swift's pervasive presence in the music industry makes it challenging for any artist to navigate their career without acknowledging her. Today, I aim to delve into the dynamic between Taylor and Olivia Rodrigo. Despite initial expectations of friendship, their relationship appears strained, allegedly for significant reasons. Reports suggest that there was once a sweet and innocent bond between Taylor Swift and Olivia Rodrigo, adding complexity to their current interactions. The bond between Taylor Swift and Olivia Rodrigo appeared unbreakable as Olivia entered the scene, being a devoted Swiftie from the start. During an interview on The Travis Mills Show, Olivia expressed that Taylor was not only one of her biggest idols but also a major inspiration for her songwriting. Olivia emphasized that having Taylor's blessing meant a great deal to her, describing it as an incredibly special experience.
Supporting women, obviously. I know Taylor Swift's been someone that has inspired you both personally and professionally. What's some advice she's given you recently just about, just as your career skyrocketed?
Oh gosh, I don't even know. I just love looking up to women who have been so successful for such a long time in this industry, and I don't know. I think it's really great that we can all support each other and get along.
Initially, when Olivia released her song Driver's License, it quickly gained popularity, reaching a position just behind one of Taylor Swift's songs. Taylor publicly expressed her happiness for Olivia's success, even taking to social media to share her pride, writing, "I say that's my baby and I'm really proud." So, how did we transition from this supportive dynamic to widespread rumors of a rift between the two? Rumors suggest that Olivia released diss tracks on her album and chose not to attend Taylor's Eras tour. As a devoted Swiftie, it's puzzling why she wouldn't be present. So, what could have caused this apparent rift? Well, in 2021, the same year Olivia emerged in the music scene, Taylor re-released her 2012 album, Red. In addition to re-releasing her album, Taylor included new songs like Nothing New, where she expresses her anxiety about being replaced by a younger singer. Could Olivia be the one Taylor fears might replace her? Taylor entered the scene at 17, and Nothing New would be from her fourth album when she was 22. Perhaps after 4 albums, she fears being replaced, akin to artists like Mariah Carey or Ariana Grande. However, it's hard to see Olivia as a replacement in that sense. In the second verse of the song, Taylor's lyrics ponder if they're just biding time until she loses attention and someone else steals the spotlight. However, it's the bridge that's particularly telling, where Taylor openly admits her dread of encountering a young woman following in her footsteps, potentially becoming the next Taylor Swift. She doesn't want that scenario to unfold.
It was the first time I was not a shiny new artist. I was on my 4th album, and I felt like, I think this happens to a lot of artists, where they have their breakthrough moment, and then the moment after that is really hard for them because they're just not getting the same. It's like the first time you walk into a room at a party and everyone's like, "Oh, Kevin's here!" When you have your breakthrough moment, like, "Kevin!" And then the next time you walk in, they're like, "Sup?"
Yeah.
And then the third time you walk in, they're like, so what do you want to do tomorrow? Do you got and they're just talking. And you're like, but I'm...
Indeed, Taylor Swift appears to desire maintaining her dominance in the industry, feeling threatened by newcomers who could potentially emulate her vibe. Even if Nothing New wasn't specifically written about Olivia, the song reflects Taylor's sentiments toward emerging artists. It reveals her apprehension about being overshadowed and replaced, showcasing her complex feelings towards new talent in the industry. One person wrote on Reddit, I always felt like the line "then she'll say she got the map from me" is about a young female artist hinting that Taylor expects some credit from the new generation of female artists. I'd imagine Olivia wants to be her own artist and not feel like she owes her success to someone else. It seems like Taylor Swift expects newcomers to acknowledge her influence and perhaps even pay homage to her stature in the industry, reflecting a "Hail the Queen" attitude. Taylor is openly insecure about the prospect of losing relevancy and being replaced. I mean, well, shoot, she's the most relevant she could ever be. I'm sure she didn't want to be buddy-buddy with someone who's being called the next Taylor Swift. Taylor clearly has a horrifying fear of being replaced and likely sees Olivia as a legitimate threat. Someone else added that Taylor only appears to be comfortable supporting young artists if they stay in their lane and don't show signs that they may surpass her. Some individuals believe that Nothing New should have featured Olivia, especially considering that the song was originally written when Taylor was 22. However, when Taylor re-recorded it, she chose to collaborate with a singer named Fo instead of Olivia. During an appearance on the Late Night with Seth Meyers ahead of the Red release, Taylor explained why she asked Phoebe to sing on the really special song.
Phoebe Bridgers is one of my favorite artists in the world. I just think she's, like, if she sings it, I will listen to it. I love her voice, and then I also love that she's a very funny person. So I was dealing with that moment in my life, and so that song's really special to me. And I sent it to Phoebe and said it would mean the world to me if you would do this as a duet, because I really wanted another female artist who I loved to sing it with me, because I think it has a very female artist perspective that we go through that experience.
Package from her with this like handwritten note, and she gave me this ring because she said she wore one just like it when she wrote Red, and she wanted me to have one like it. And like all of this amazing stuff, she like hand wrapped these gifts. I truly like don't understand where she finds the time, first of all, but like also I feel so lucky that I just like was born at the right time to be able to look up to.
Early in their supposed friendship, it seems they hadn't actually met or spoken directly, with interactions limited to interviews and social media comments. However, when Driver's License performed well, Taylor did send Olivia a package, suggesting that Taylor doesn't view Olivia as a threat if she's sending her gifts. The ring Taylor sent must have held significant meaning for Olivia, as she chose to wear it in the cover art for her album Sour. Everything seemed great, but when Olivia's debut album Sour was released shortly afterwards, the relationship between Taylor and Olivia started to sour. The complexity of the music industry, especially regarding credits and rights, adds a layer of complication.
I was
Olivia
in the car on
draws
a road trip, and when I got
inspiration from
home, I
Taylor,
decided
but
to
there's a
sing it
blurred line
over the course
regarding how
of
much
New Year's Day.
inspiration she's
I think
allowed
they
to
are really
take.
beautiful chords. I was lucky
This
enough to
ambiguity
get that
can lead to
approved,
messy
so it's
situations,
on the record
especially
now.
since
So
boundaries
first time
aren't
that
always
Olivia's work has
established
been
right
overtly
away. But just a
inspired
week
by
after the album
Taylor's,
was
and there's been
released, there
other
was a
songs
report
as
that
first
Taylor
time
and
that
her
Olivia's
producer
work has
Jack
been
Antonoff was
overtly
given a writing
inspired
credit
by
on the song
Taylor's,
One
and there's
Step
been
Forward,
other
Three
songs
Steps
as
Back.
first time that Olivia's work
Taylor
has been
sought to
overtly
profit from the song
inspired
because
by
Olivia
Taylor's,
claimed
and
they
there's been other
interpolated New
songs
Year's
as
Day, a song from Taylor's album Reputation, into Olivia's song One Step Forward. Olivia wrote a verse and chorus for this concept. Olivia explained, "I was in the car on a road trip, and when I got home, I decided to sing it over the chords of New Year's Day. I think they are really beautiful chords. I was lucky enough to get that approved, so it's on the record now." Initially, the concept wasn't approved, indicating the potential for a legal battle over the matter. It's not uncommon for such situations to escalate into legal battles, but in this case, it seems they managed to avoid that outcome. However, it's not the first time Olivia's work has been noticeably inspired by Taylor. Other songs, such as Olivia's hit Deja Vu, have drawn comparisons to Taylor's Cruel Summer.
Deja Vu ripped off Cruel Summer.
I never understood that.
Can we talk about how those songs are just not similar? They're not about the same thing. Cruel Summer is like so happy. Deja Vu is so sad. Like, I get it was like part of the bridge is kind of similar, but never, not once, has any person like heard, like, played Deja Vu on Spotify and been like, thank God I never have to listen to Cruel Summer again. Like, that's not the way music works. It doesn't need to be a competition. And I think that I just hate when music gets so competitive sometimes.
I agree. Like, I listened to Cruel Summer and Deja Vu, like, ready to be like, okay, like, let's hear that. And I was like, okay.
While Deja Vu and Cruel Summer may share similarities, it's not necessarily the case that Taylor will now profit significantly from Olivia's entire album. The situation with One Step Forward may have been resolved without Taylor exerting full control over Olivia's album. However, it's possible that Taylor's influence could still play a role in the financial aspects of certain tracks. In July 2021, Taylor Swift received additional writing credits on Olivia's songs. Variety reported on July 9, 2021, that Taylor, along with Jack Antonoff and others, was credited on the Sour album. This credit was non-collaborative, implying that Taylor didn't sing or actively contribute to the song's creation. The circumstances surrounding this credit remain somewhat unclear. It's uncertain whether Taylor herself requested the credit, someone from her team initiated it, or if there are legal implications involved. Nonetheless, behind-the-scenes actions have led to Taylor being credited on another one of Olivia's songs. This particular instance revolves around the song Deja Vu. Allegedly borrowing elements from Taylor's Cruel Summer, particularly in the bridge, the similarity between the yelling bits in both songs is subjective, making it challenging to determine if there's copyright infringement. However, it's worth noting that Olivia expressed admiration for Cruel Summer in an April 2021 interview with Rolling Stone, citing it as one of her favorite songs ever. She specifically mentioned loving the yelling vocals and harmonizing, expressing a desire to incorporate a similar energy into her own work. Olivia's public statements about her inspirations for the album, even before its release, might not be helping her case. Additionally, it seems that every month since the album's release, more song credits are being attributed to various artists. For instance, she had to give credits for Good For You to Hayley Williams, the lead singer of Paramore. It appears that Olivia's work is heavily influenced by various artists, as evidenced by the need to credit Hayley Williams due to similarities between Good For You and Misery Business pointed out by fans. This suggests that Olivia's music is indeed inspired by a range of sources.
When Olivia Rodrigo's debut album Sour came out, it was one of the most streamed albums of the year. Everyone loved it, until Taylor Swift and Paramore fans pointed out striking similarities in Rodrigo's music, suggesting Rodrigo was guilty of copyright infringement. Rather than wait until a lawsuit and a messy legal battle emerged, Rodrigo gave songwriting credit to Taylor for her song Deja Vu, which has already earned over $1.3 million. Taylor's team now owns 50% of the song, but listen to what happened next. Rodrigo also gave Paramore 50% ownership of her mega hit Good For You, which was allegedly influenced by Paramore's Misery Business. 50% seems good for Paramore, not really good for Rodrigo. Can you believe that Olivia giving Taylor and Paramore songwriting credits has cost her over $2 million?
The article highlights that the individuals receiving these credits are benefiting financially, particularly considering the success of Olivia's album. While some may argue that the borrowing isn't significant enough to warrant credits, others emphasize the importance of respecting artistic integrity and not appropriating work without acknowledgement. It's a complex issue, and opinions may vary. It's crucial to strike a balance between giving credit where it's due and ensuring that artists are fairly compensated for their contributions. It's unfortunate that Olivia had to give up 50% of the royalties on each song due to these retroactive credits. While her album may have performed well, this situation likely impacted her overall earnings. With credits paid out and record label expenses accounted for, Olivia's profit margins may have been significantly reduced. A successful tour could be crucial for her to recoup losses and truly profit from her music.
The actress and A-list singer pretty much made it perfectly clear how much she detests the A-plus list singer, and did not deny the lyrics in the blood-sucking song are about the A-plus lister. And this is allegedly Olivia Rodrigo, Taylor Swift, and the song Vampire.
Despite the professional handling of the credit drama behind the scenes, it's clear that it caused a rift between Taylor and Olivia. Olivia received strong support from Taylor until her album was released, but Taylor's perception may have shifted upon realizing the similarities between their work. In Taylor's perspective, it might have felt like Olivia was not only seen as the new Taylor Swift but also perceived as appropriating her work. In October 2021, Olivia opened up about facing mean girls dynamics in the music industry during an interview, expressing her experience of encountering bullying and jealousy from individuals she admired. By December 2021, Olivia had grown frustrated with the constant comparisons. Indicating her exhaustion with being likened to others in the industry, Olivia's frustration with the industry's tendency to discredit and deny her creativity was evident when she was named Entertainer of the Year by Time magazine. She emphasized the importance of recognizing individuality, highlighting how young women are often unfairly compared to each other. Olivia asserted her identity as an artist in her own right, expressing the significance of being acknowledged for her unique contributions. Given Olivia's evident frustration with the credit issues surrounding her first album and how her work is interpreted, some speculate that the song Vampire could be inspired by Taylor Swift. This further fuels the ongoing discussion about the influence and dynamics between the two artists.
Damn, because there was always like rumors that she would bring Olivia Rodrigo on tour.
Yeah, I feel like
That clearly didn't happen.
there were rumors that Olivia Rodrigo said no to doing
Yeah.
the shows.
Yeah.
Maybe because
I don't know. There was like, she was always posting about Taylor Swift. And then stopped. Feels like something had to have happened.
I don't know. Maybe
Now she's bringing Sabrina Carpenter.
interesting. Good for Sabrina Carpenter though.
I know, that's awesome opportunity.
It's interesting to note that while many initially assumed Vampire was about her ex-boyfriend Adam Faze, some sources suggest it could relate to the situation with Taylor Swift. The lyrics of the song may offer further insight into this interpretation. Hate to give the satisfaction asking how you're doing now, how's the castle built off of people you pretend to care about, and but you made me look so native, the way you sold me for parts as you sunk your teeth into me, oh bloodsucker bleeding me dry. Around the same time Taylor Swift announced her Latin American tour dates for the Eras Tour and also named Sabrina Carpenter as her supporting act. The decision for Taylor to collaborate with Sabrina could be perceived as indicating that she's not aligned with Olivia. Some individuals have interpreted Taylor's support of Sabrina as a strategic move, suggesting that Taylor sees Sabrina as less of a threat due to her dynamic with Olivia. This has led to speculation that Taylor is deliberately distancing herself from Olivia and may not be considering inviting her on tour in the near future. The decision to collaborate with Sabrina Carpenter has sparked speculation, with some suggesting that Taylor Swift may be using Sabrina as a pawn to indirectly impact Olivia Rodrigo's career. This move has intensified the rift between Taylor and Olivia, adding another layer of complexity to their dynamic.
When Olivia Rodrigo and Conan Gray were at the peak of their fame in 2021, they were definitely used by Taylor to promote her albums at that time, including Fearless Taylor's version. Did Taylor suck them dry when she knew that she could use them to promote the re-records and then just kind of abandon them after and not be friends? Her lines, I used to think I was smart, but you made me look so naive. Girls your age know better. Olivia publicly said the whole awkward situation where she had to give Taylor songwriting credits that kind of left her looking uncreative and silly was a lesson in business. Maybe girls Taylor's age know better and more about the business. And Olivia sadly said that the song Vampire is about a situation that left her confused and hurt. And having a run-in with your idol that went negative could definitely lead to heartache.
Vampire marked Olivia's first song released since the credit controversy unfolded. In the song, she alludes to feeling used and blindsided by someone she once admired, leading many to speculate that she may be referring to her former idol, Taylor Swift. The lyrics further fueled the connection between the track and Olivia's experience with the credit issues and dynamics in the music industry, not to mention the entire concept of being blood-dried by a vampire could be a metaphor for the money that earned off of securing a 50% credit on Olivia's biggest hits.
Millennial woman, 30-something. And Olivia Rodrigo, correct me if I'm wrong, is not even 21 years old yet. And when I saw Taylor standing and clapping during Olivia's performance, I was like, oh my god, she knows exactly what she's doing, and it's textbook millennial mean girl behavior. And Taylor is a calculated person. And what are the headlines on this moment? Oh, Taylor Swift is the bigger person for clapping for Olivia Rodrigo. Do you not think she would have wanted that to be the headline? Do you not think that she didn't know that people would be saying that if she did that in that moment?
A lot of people in my comment section seem to be convinced that Olivia dragged Taylor for filth in this song. I hate to give the satisfaction asking how you're doing now. How's your castle built off people you pretend to care about? In her songs, Taylor Swift often compares her career to a castle. Who else does that? It's such a specific question Olivia asks. Is she saying that Taylor built her career off of pretending to care for people and for her fans? The way you sold me for parts while you sunk your teeth into me. The reason Olivia Rodrigo and Taylor Swift didn't publicly speak at the Grammys this year, despite sitting so close to each other, is because the awkward tension of Taylor asking or demanding songwriting credits on 2 of Olivia's songs on Sour. So did Taylor kind of sell out their friendship for parts of a song that she has factually made hundreds of thousands or millions of dollars from? You sold me for parts.